Agostino Gemelli. He was a Franciscan friar. He was a medical doctor, psychologist, and a biologist. So he was the president. And he showed that there was a prince, Linnaeus. So he established a center in Rome for the scientific academy, science academy, Linnaeus Science Academy, in order to pursue the science further. So it was in Galileo's time, and Galileo was the 6th member, and Galileo always signed that Linneo as a member. So this was what the Vatican taken over, and the establishment for the Pontifical Council for Science. So this Linnaeus Academy is a continuation. So Gemelli really wanted to completely rehabilitate Galileo. So he tried his best means. So therefore, he asked one of the eminent historians, the rector of the Lateran University, Pascini, and pleaded with him and asked him to write a critical, real work on Galileo. So he was a bit reluctant, but because of the persuasion of Gemelli, he took up the work. And then within 3-4 years, 1945, it seems that he has completed the work. And Pascini found that, the Jesuits, Aristotelians, Dominicans, they have, to a certain extent, instrumental in implicating Galileo. So those things were there, and these people and the forces were there. They were blocking the publication of Pascini's work. Pascini tried his best in order to publish the work, but unfortunately he could not. Then it was during the Vatican Council. So this work was to be published, and it was entrusted with Montini, the later Pope Paul VI. So he involved, and then Jesuit Lamelle, a Belgian Jesuit, was instrumental in going through the work, and so that it could be published. So Lamelle edited the work, and it was published. And there were some criticisms that he made overarching claims and made more corrections to the Pascini, but nobody could. But after the death of Pascini in 1978, there was a conference on the contributions of Pascini, and there they found the original work. And when they compared the already published volume of Pascini and the original manuscript, they have found that more than 100 corrections were made by Lamelle. And these were really changing many of the criticisms which Pascini has made. So we see that how people were considering, and then Pascini was persecuted and could not publish the work, but there were this Pascini's original work was also published. Also the Vatican radio director, another Jesuit, Soccorsi, so he was also supportive of Pascini's work, and he also studied, and he wrote that the heroic activities of Galileo. And then we see during the Vatican Council, there were also strong support from Cardinal Suan.